Okay, so got another homework question. This one is to find the equation of the line using point slope formula, and it has to be perpendicular to 6y equals 2x minus 4 and pass through the point 3, negative 1. Write the final equation using slope-intercept form. Okay, so a couple of things, I guess, about this question that it tells us is, one, find the equation line using point slope formula. Okay, so the point slope formula always looks like y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where the slope is m and you have some point that we just call x1, y1. Okay, so that means we need two things to write the equation of this line. We need some point on the line. Now that is given to us because it says it passes through the point 3, negative 1. So that tells me then that my x1 is 3 and my y1 is negative 1 for that formula. Now we have to find the slope, but we're not given another point, so we can't find the slope using the old formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so that's where the second part comes in the line, because it has to be perpendicular to this one. So what does it mean to be perpendicular then? Perpendicular are two lines, of course, that meet at right angles, like this. Okay? And if the slope for one of the lines is a over b, then the slope of the other line has to be the negative reciprocal. So you take whatever the slope is, you flip it over and change the sign. So we have this equation, 6y equals 2x minus 4. And I need the slope of that. So 6y equals 2x minus 4. Probably the easiest way to get the slope is to write it in slope-intercept form, the y equals mx plus b. And that's kind of the one most people are familiar with. So I think what I'll do, I'll divide both sides by 6, okay, to get it to be y equals whatever. So this is going to be y equals 1/3 x minus 2/3. So remember, when you're dividing, you have to divide each of the terms. So I have to divide the 2 and the 4 by the 6. And then I just reduce those fractions because, 2/3, if you reduce that, or 2/6 is the 1/3. And the 4/6, when you reduce that, both are divisible by 2. So that's where the 2/3 came from. So I know the slope of the line I'm given. In this case, it's 1/3. So the slope of my perpendicular line, I have to flip that fraction over, and then I change the sign of it, so that's going to be a negative 3 over 1, or just negative 3. So now I can write this in point slope form. I do y minus the y-coordinate equals the slope x minus the x-coordinate, and then it says to write the answer in using slope-intercept form. So that just means I need to solve this for y, and every time you start off in point slope form, you can always write it in slope-intercept. You can check that video out that I had for the announcements where I do this as well. So what do we have here? This is going to be y plus 1, and I'm going to go ahead and distribute this 3, so we get negative 3x plus 9. And then we just need to subtract 1 from both sides. So that's going to give me, if I subtract 1 here, subtract 1 there, that's just going to give me y equals negative 3x plus 8. And this line then is perpendicular to the one given in the question, and it passes through the point 3, negative 1, and it's written in slope-intercept form. So I'm done. Hopefully this helps a little bit.